So folks, I know I said I'd end this series a while ago, but I'm just making sure that the Blox devs actually know what I want. Because I can't just say, oh, I want this, I want that, without the Blox devs actually saying, well, how are we going to do that? Well, I've got it all set out for you. So basically, the idea I've had is this fruit. So, obviously, they can think of a name. Or if you want to go with one I thought, yeah, sure. Military fruit. It's a bit normal, I know. But the idea of the fruit is pretty simple. So you have a transformation, a slightly different transformation, and you have the base one. The transformation allows you to change into a fighter jet, and the idea I've been thinking of is what's right behind us. And if you're wondering what's right behind us, it's not this ship. That's in the idea, but fully. So transformation, you have a cool fighter jet. I'm just going with this free model I found as a thing, just as a placeholder. Well, I think this one does look pretty cool. Obviously, and the second transformation, this behemoth. Obviously, they need to make it fit in the Blox boots, which is going to be difficult. But the idea is pretty similar to this, obviously. Yeah, but they're at the end opening, and you have an entrance here. Oh, that's not an entrance, that's supposed to be a window. Oh, okay. Anyway, so you have all that. It's a big. Oh, what is that window or an entrance? I don't really know. But the idea is you have two transformations. Kind of like the dragon transformation where you could fly about. You could fly about these. And I have a bunch of different ideas. So, yeah, I'm going to put all the ideas in the pinned comment and the description. Yeah, for the ones I'm most excited to do about that the iPad is the C and V moves. The tap ones. Which obviously, I have multiple paragraphs worth of ideas. Yeah, about 12 paragraphs worth of ideas, but I'm not going to talk about all those in this video. Obviously, I'm going to do 3 parts of this where I tell you about each thing. So, this video is about the C move. And the idea I'm having on this is it spawns this island. And 10 level, I don't know, 1400 pirates. Not too high level. I'd say maybe 1500 level. And it spawns 10 of those on this island, just scattered about. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you could fit about 10, maybe 20 pirates on this island. Areas. And yeah. So the idea I had, that's the idea I had for that. And it's also going to be a bunch of NPCs that can spawn on this island. And the ones that can spawn on the island being the ones you can see here. Obviously, you have this Gear 5 Luffy. You don't I would recommend using that on, but probably it gets you copyright. Maybe a character using Mobber, since that's a decently weak fruit, but still challenging to go against if it's called. A sword user, and oh, I think move that. A strong, high health opponent. See, Quick Fruit would be kind of cool here because it would take up all the island, wouldn't it? So that'd be quite a challenging enemy to go against, especially if you use percent O. So basically, just go down a grey big, boss him down, and slap him here. And be killing all we got. So And obviously, I've also thought of multiple other enemies to spawn on the island. And you might have seen them. So if you look around the island, this guy, that's what he's using. Awakened Buddha. Which, I don't actually know whatever size is closer to this. Awakened Buddha or non-awakened Buddha. Pretty sure awakened Buddha is this size. And then, what you want to do is give him awakened Dark instead. And dual katana or curse katana, but doesn't drop anything. It's the idea I've been having. You know, make him look menacing. Have 2 characters on his sword. But I'd recommend that. I'd say don't make him look as menacing. But yeah, I guess this would probably Roblox. But Roblox age rating may be sensitive. If they're not, you can make the character like this. Now, yes, these are free models, but I know you already have the version. Blox already has a version of this character and this character. Already has a version of Flamingo and Arnold. But this is really, really cool. I made it with three different free models. Blox suits, you know, the category thingy, but slightly different. And then you have this. Just found this. Where is this? To be honest, this looks amazingly cool. I recommend keeping it on this. With the double katana, I'd say CDK would want. So, and a cool sword. Yeah. So this looks really, really cool. Obviously, you have a smaller version of him who uses his fists. We're gonna get to that now in the video. So this video is about the C move, which spawns this guy at a chance. This guy, or this guy at a chance. Only spawns one of the mates. Don't spawn one that on 10 or 20 pirates, just high level pirates. Now, if you're wondering, these are why you choose some of the strongest. You have a raid boss here, you have a really strong character, you have a main character, you have a really insane character here. And you have, well, Kaido, but here's the thing. Right? Kaido only uses the Iron Mace. And which is a low level sword. And you think the dragon form is super menacing. Even though it's unreworked. It's the thing, right? It's unreworked. You can give him only one move of the dragon when he goes into dragon form. The Z move, which is still quite menacing, but not as menacing as the reworked dragon's powerful moves. So with just the Z move, you could easily take it down. And so that's pretty much this island. But what do you think? What if I just go away from the island? Have you thought about that, you dingus? You stupid. This is the weakest C move in Blox Roots. Other than Spring, of course. But here's the thing. You know this ship here? This isn't just for looks. The idea I had is this ship will follow you. As in, this entire island gets picked up and can just, in with this boat, like this, can just sail like this. And will just follow you. And if you go onto an island, it will, you know, the island will then become smaller. The island will then become smaller. And then the island will be moving. You know, this, instead of being this huge island here, this will be smaller, and there will be a little bit of water around it, and it will just go, and it will just, this ship is going, and the island's following behind it. The moving island, really cool, And I also thought, what's really cool about this is if you have like a building on fire, so be like, oh, beat these NPCs. If you beat the NPCs, there's a bunch of NPCs here, and obviously these ones will be there to show the pirates, obviously. I don't have access to them. I don't think anyone has. And now, here's the thing, right? These are really, really good ideas. You may think, but they're never going to add it. Blox stuff, they're easy. Well, they're not. Coding just takes a really long time. And so, but the other games that are popular right now, like Grow a Garden, yeah, it takes a tiny little bit of coding. But that, in Blox, they have to code in all the possible combos and make sure it doesn't break the game if you use a certain combo. And then, keep in mind, you also have to code in the NPCs. They probably have an AI already that they use for NPCs. But they still have to think about the ideas. And this is why this comes in. Like, I've shown them the idea for it. That's one less thing to do. And then, they just don't have enough ideas. And the thing is, they do listen to their community. The thing is, they've even said publicly that they, instead of wasting the time and making updates related to the hunt or the classic or anything that was even development the game even for a little while. That's a lot of work to do for only a small amount of thing. And they even said they much rather game than do updates that for hunt and all that. So they're not lazy. They're just hardworking. And well, I'll see on that. But here's the thing, right? He runs the YouTube channel, so that's still a lot of work. That's a lot of work to do for him. And all you see is people complaining at Zeolus. What does he have to do with it? He doesn't have control over that. The amount of the Blox owners, they're the ones making all the big decisions. And Zeolus, it's not his fault. So complaining about all this to Zeolus, it's not his fault. And they're doing what they can. Then the Blox developers, they're doing what they can in as much time as they can. But coding in Blox things isn't easy. It's not easy to code in. So that's why I respect the developers of Blox. They're taking their time. Let them take their time. So yeah, the sea move spawns this island in. And well, this island spawns one of these NPCs, like I said. Either spawns him, that's like the special event I'll say, and possibly this guy. Now, just to let you know, if when you watch the second one, it's gonna come out very soon, don't worry. This guy spawns with these two. This guy doesn't. There's a big difference between this NPC and this NPC. He spawns with two little versions of himself that just use their fists. This guy spawns with a mini NPC who uses the katana revolver to teleport this guy, and this guy uses his fist instead of his sword. And he can also use the katana revolver's attacks. So it's like a Buddha and a gun user. So, stay tuned for that. Give you a sneak peek of what's coming. We have Ripinja, the idea I've had for this. It's big, don't you worry. The dark monkey, you know what fruit he's going to be using. And then you have the blazing inferno, the crashing moon, which has 2 abilities. That's it. No fruit using, no sword, no fighting style. That's it. Angel Duck. I'm not going to tell you what fighting style they use. I'm just going to tell you one thing about what they do. Style. He uses the light fruit. What moves? We'll have to stay tuned to find out. frozen guy. He's just a noob frozen. This is not the best idea, but hey, Blox developers, if you just want to make a noob have a frost effect around him, that's fine. Or you can just use it as animal. Doesn't really much what you use. But please just make it similar to what I'm asking for. Don't worry, I'll show you everything you need in the description, pinned comment, and all the videos. I'll do a compilation to make it easier for you guys. And you have the Doe Commander, obviously with like this, probably just very different. This is just placeholder. And he kind of maybe like a knight version of this guy in the King. Mine. The Double Tether Shark and the Spirit Guardian. So those are the ideas. Oh, I forgot the list. My game 43 and UG Sukuna. So yeah. Those are those ones. And then you have one last one. Him right there. Which I've already told you what he uses. I won't tell you what this guy uses other than his fists. So yeah, that's most of these guys. Except from this one. The Venom. He can also spawn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so that's 12 enemies that can spawn. And well, they're strong. Yeah, I'll say that. But out of all those 12, only 5 or 6 can spawn. And each of them will be level 1,600, I'd say. And then you have the AI of normal Fruits NPCs. They can use each of their moves. Like Venom can't use V, but each move has a 30-second cooldown, which is still very powerful. And this also, each of these guys also spawn with one NPC by their side. So this guy, he spawns with him and a random NPC. Now, any random NPC under level 1,150, obviously. 1,000 or under 1,500, I'd say, yeah. And 1,500. And bosses under level 1,000. Obviously, any bosses over level 1,000 are going to be too hard to defeat. Many of these is. Or I don't really know which one. Blox developers, if you want to choose, see if you want to change it up a little bit, just do it. And if you just do it, if you change the level they spawn at, change the damage they deal, the HP they have to make it balanced, please, yeah, that's fine. But please, at least make it comparable to Kitsune and Dragon. Especially Dragon, because Dragon's really hard to go against. That's why I decided to make a dragon, because he's here too. So then I can summon that dragon to beat that dragon. But this dragon isn't so powerful, but I really need your help to deal with these things. Dragons are impossible to fight. I want even the dragon from, I forgot which one it was, the one that isn't as strong as the moon. Even with him, I managed to take down one Kitsune and 2 Awakened Buddhas. One even had CDK. And yeah, that's how strong Dragon is. Maybe you give these NPCs, maybe give some of these NPCs, I don't know, maybe Crashing Moon, I don't know, 100% more damage against, 80% more damage against dragons. So they already have I know, debuffed dragon recently, but that didn't do much. I'd say what you do is give all of these 10% damage bonuses against dragons. And so, I can be dragons. Since dragons are the most related things. And if you ever give me a title, all people are going to have to do is equip dragon, and boom, they got the title. Doesn't really seem, like a fight, does it? So maybe, just maybe, you can give me some bonuses. You know? Maybe if I have this route equipped, you give me a bunch of bonuses. You know? I'll put them in the description, the ones I won't be asking for. And that's only if I'm using this route, I get some bonuses, you know? You know? And obviously gotta make it balanced. And, you know, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Thanks, folks.